you go. I want to welcome the friends and family of the class of 2010 to the Academy, to Western Maine, and to Bethel. When I said that line to Lee the first time, she said, "What do you think you're the mayor?" Big for a day. I also want to thank this class for the honor you have given me, asking me to speak to all of you, be part of the celebration of accomplishment. It is an honor, but as many of you know, my best work is done in a casual or non-prescribed setting. Just so you know, getting me to this moment was a pretty ugly process. Paper towels in the art cottage with a Sharpie while making glazes. Transfer to ledger sheets. This guy's in his blue blazer, he has it together. Anyway, no, I didn't lose any sleep over this. And finally dictating this thing to my wife, Lee, the typist, just yesterday. It's been a long week. The process can't get more convoluted. I suppose that's why they keep me working in a basement, in a little yellow house, the art cottage. But as many of you know, it's one of the sweetest spots on campus. So it's time to celebrate and reflect back on just how you got here, to this place, Gould. For me, the journey started 37 years ago. It started with a need for change, something new. An Eastern Airlines shuttle to Logan, the blue bus picking us all up. I remember walking in 3 or 4 seats, leaning my head against the glass and just letting the bus rattle me up into the woods of Maine. Butterflies, turbulence. To this day, when I get nervous, I retreat to myself and I wait for it to pass. How do you deal with change? Anyway, there was this kid on this bus. His name was Nick. He was going to write the great American novel. I didn't even know what he was even talking about. I didn't even know that was possible. Anyway, he didn't last more than a term at Gould. And as he was leaving school, he found me. He found me in the lower fields, OTB. That was then, this is now. Anyway, he found me. He said he was going to put me in his book. He was going to give me a small part, very small part, maybe just one line. You were the only kid on that bus that wasn't a pain in the ass that day. He thought I should know this. He used a more vulgar expression, but we're in church. I still enjoy that critique of me. It was a snapshot. From time to time I think about it and I realize, not bad. Great place to start. A baseline for behavior. Don't be one. It works in every facet of life. In social settings, professionally, few can get away with being one. Talking to a professor, meeting an in-law, working with kids. It's a good foundation. Start there, build on it. Anyway, why am I up here? What do we have in common? Well, we're all leaving. Me for a year, you guys forever. This is done. Never to be repeated this moment. These people, this place, feel the love. This is the moment. One second. Denise, I have a few minutes, right? Okay. So you have this future. It's all been designed, planned, executed, with a lot of say from others. But I'd like to quote Yale doctor: "Life is like driving a car at night. You can't see further than your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way." I feel you're going to have to. I'm not the biggest fan of the times we live in. Changes come fast. I'm part of the baby boom generation. We were never going to age. We were always going to be relevant. Now much of the world passes me by. A lot of it by my design, still many changes. I feel you'll have to be nimble to be able to change, redirect, reinvent yourselves for your own needs and perhaps maybe the needs of the planet. This will take place in a world that will try to eclipse you. I hope I've been able to model changing for you. I have an opportunity to try something new, something for me and something for Lee. I hope it's going to involve a lot of others. A creative environment. It might not work, but then again, how do you know without trying? I never thought I would leave this job. My intentions were to stay for the duration. That became impossible, but it took me years to understand and accept that. Most of my decisions for the past few years have been based on fear. Fear of losing the guarantee of control of my life. There are no prescribed directions to the future, but you can get there from here. We don't know what life will bring us. Adapt. Be able to adapt to change. Change will come in your life. Sometimes we hold on to something too long, too tight, because we're afraid to lose what we know. Learn from your disappointments. They are not failures. Be nimble. You will need to be. Transfer to another school if the first one isn't right. Change jobs. Chase your dreams. Run them down. Never surrender your 20s. Never. So you can do anything. Anything is possible at that point in your life. I have a secret. I've never worked a day in my life. Head of school probably was a little concerned with that statement. But I let them know when I'm leaving, not before I came. But I've discovered ceramics here at Gould, and I've been able to design a life around it. This wonderful craft I've worked my entire working life. I've taught all over the world in a remarkable, generous community of ceramic artists. I've been able to return to this school that touched me first, and in return, give to you what the school has given to me. Try to have your life's work be something you love. If you do, you'll rarely be disappointed. In a book, Taking the Leap, written by Emma Children, okay. Deep down in the human spirit is a reservoir of courage. It's always available, always waiting to be discovered. Tap that reservoir. I need to let go of this place. So do you. We're walking out together. Remember this place and its people. It's all very special. It will grow in you. I always wanted to come back to Gould, and I did. And while having my interview with then head master Bill Clough, I remember saying, I don't recommend this in a job interview, but honestly it's one of my things, but what? You're going to put me in charge of children? But I come to realize, not so crazy. You got it right.